So congratulations on your new website. In this video, we are going to go over some of the custom features that was created for your website to make it easier for you to edit and update the content of the website. So let's get started. So this is the new KMD Foundation website, and what we want to do is for the photo gallery, let's say as an example, we want to add a 2019 photo gallery. So let's go ahead and start with that. So in the back end, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new 2019 photo gallery page. So under pages, we're going to click on add new, and we'll call this page 2019. Whatever text you put here will essentially show up as the page title. So we want 2019 to be the page title. Next, we are going to add some events. So the content we put here will essentially be this part right here. So I'm just going to copy these two texts as an example so that we have some test data to play with. And I'm just going to modify them just a little bit just to make the data look a little bit different. And then for this one, we'll just do a different type of test data as well. Now on the right hand side under page attributes, for the parent, we want to put it under photo gallery because it's a photo gallery page. And then the page order, we're going to set as 2019. And let's go ahead and publish that. Now that the page has been saved, if we refresh the page, we don't see the 2019 page show up, nor does it show up if we do click on photo gallery. And what we want to do is when we click on photo gallery, we want it to point to the 2019 page because that's the most current year. So there's a couple things that needs to happen in order for that to happen. So the first thing we want to do is we want to first set the menu item. The menu items on the left-hand side essentially controls your menu items here. And what we want to do is we want to edit the photo gallery. So under the photo gallery menu item, we see that the default URL is the 2018. So that's not correct. So we want to change that to 2019. In addition, we also want to make sure that 2019-2 represents our page for 2019. So I'm going to go ahead and right click on pages. And we will go to 2019, we'll edit that. And we just want to make sure that this page is 2019-2 as well. If it's not, whatever this page is, we could just copy this permalink, and we would paste it under the URL here. So that's to guarantee that the menu item for photo gallery will now point to the 2019 page. So if I click on update and I go back to the website, and let's say I went back to the home page again, if I go to photo gallery and I click on it, it does bring up the 2019 page. Now there's two things that are missing. There's the menu items for the other years, as well as we also want to add a left side image. So let's go to the 2019 page and make sure that we set those options so that the appropriate content shows up. So if you scroll down on the page, you'll see that under additional page fields, we have a couple things. We have sidebar text, event page, and photo gallery page. Well, this is a photo gallery page, so we're gonna check the checkbox photo gallery page. And if we click on update, and now we refresh the 2019 page, we now get the menu items for the event page for all the other years. Now we also want to add the 2019 year as well for this event, for the event years. So if I click on 2013, this will bring up the 2013 image gallery, and this would bring up the 2010 image gallery, but there's no way to get back to 2019 unless I click on photo gallery. So let's fix that. So we want 2019 to show up as a image gallery submenu. So in order to do that, we'll go to blocks. And there's really three main blocks. There's the photo gallery years, which is the one we want to edit. There's also the event years, which we'll edit shortly. And then there's the copyright, which will show up at the bottom, which allows you to edit all the text down here. So let's go ahead and edit the photo gallery year. And all we need to do is press enter. We'll put in 2019. We're going to highlight this because we wanted to make it into an anchor link. I'm going to type in 2019 and I'll click on this. So it's 2019-2, which is so far correct because that's the page URL. We're going to click on that return logo and then we're going to click on save. Now that we do that, if we refresh the 2019 page, we now see 2019 as an option in our photo gallery submenu. So if I go to 2016 or any other years, we'll see that 2019 does exist. So we can easily navigate back to the 2019 page. Now, like the 2018 page, there is a side image. And if you do want a side image for 2019, what we'll do is over here on the right hand side, if we select set featured image, we're allowed to add another image to that area. So I'm going to click on this image and I'm dropping it into this area. I'm going to click on set feature image. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on update. And now if I refresh the page, we now have a side menu image. So that looks very nice. One key thing that I want to point out is that, let me go ahead and look at the image again. The image does have to be a certain size in order to make it look correct in that side area. So make sure that your image is a 216 by 324. So that's 216 pixels wide and 324 pixels high as the height. Now, if we go back to the 2019 page, at the bottom we have sidebar text. What the sidebar text does is allows you to add in a little caption underneath the sidebar image. So in here, I'll just put in the word statue. Click on update. And if I refresh the page, we have a little caption, so statue. So that's essentially how to add a new year to the website. So a couple things. You want to add a new page, create a new page, call it 2019. Keep note of what the permalink is because once you create the page, it's not going to show up. So then what you need to do is if it's the current year, you want to assign it to the photo gallery so that when somebody clicks on the photo gallery main menu, it goes to the most recent year, which is whatever the page you're going to create. And that's going to be done under menu item. And then within the menu items, you want to click on you want to edit the photo gallery, and you want to paste that URL into the URL for that particular menu item here. And then in order for the submenus to show up, we'll go back to the 2019 page. We want to select as a page option that it's a photo gallery page. This assigns the menu. If you want a side menu or a side image, you would just upload an image over here on the right hand side with the appropriate dimension. And if you want text to show up underneath that image, whatever text you want, you put it here. The right hand side for page attributes, the purpose of this is really for organization purposes, so that when you go to all pages, your 2019 page will show up appropriately under the photo gallery. And this is done because not only does the photo gallery are they organized by year, we also have events. And I'm going to click on next. Events are also organized by year as well. So we want to know at a glance when we're looking at a 2019 page that we're editing either a photo gallery 2019 page or an event 2019 page. So in a nutshell, that's how you set up a photo gallery page. Now, in order to insert images to the photo gallery, for example, let's click on another year that has some images. So like here in 2011, in order to set up something like this, where there's a little slider action going, which is typically done for events that have multiple images. Now for events that only have one or two images, and let me try to find one that does. For example, this, it's just a one page, or it's just a larger image, and then when you click on it, it just does that. So we'll show two examples of how to insert photo galleries, as I would call it. So let's go back to 2019. 2019 for the photo gallery. I'm going to go ahead and click on Edit. I'm going to close this tab here since we don't need it. So for the January 1st, 2019, we'll make this a single image. So that's easily done by going to Add Media. And then I'm just going to click and drag this image here. And I just drop it into the into this box here. And it insert into page. And I'm going to click on Update. Let's go to the 2019 page. And here we just have an event with a single large image. Now for the second event, we're going to have a photo gallery where there's multiple smaller images that allows you to kind of shift through multiple images. Now that's a little bit more difficult to make, but not too difficult. It's not as easy as a drag and drop like the single event image, but it's not too hard. So let's go ahead and create a photo gallery that allows you to have multiple images. So under Gallery, we want to go to Add Gallery or Images. We're going to create a new gallery. I'm going to call it 2019. Oops. And then I'm going to grab all the images for this particular gallery. I'm going to drop it here. And I'm going to go ahead and click on Start Upload. Now that it's done, if I go back to the page and edit the page, let's go ahead and do that. Let's clean this up a little bit. And press Enter. I'm going to click on this green logo here, green icon here, it says Attach Next Gen Gallery to Post. And then select this option here. What would you like to display? And then under gallery, I am going to scroll down, and as you can see, there's a lot of photo galleries, and how I organize it is by year and then by month. And then if there are months that have multiple galleries, then I would have a third tier that will specify particularly what the event is. And that way you can easily see at a glance which gallery belongs to which pages, to which month, and then from to which month to which particular event in that month. But for 2019, let's assume that there was only one gallery, and it's just called 2019, the one we just created. The next one, let's say there was an October event, then I'll do 2019-October. And if there's another one in October, then I'll do 2019-October- whatever the event name is called. So for now, 2019, I'm going to go ahead and click on Insert Display Gallery. And let's go ahead and click on Update. And let's view the page. And there you go. Now you have an event with 4 images that we can kind of, easily select through, or at a glance, because they're cropped smaller as a thumbnail, we can see all 4 of them. Now, the interesting thing about the image gallery that I also want to showcase as well is that if you wanted, let's say you wanted to modify any existing image galleries, you can easily go to Manage Galleries. And let's go ahead and go to 2019 and work with that one. See where it's at. It's on the second page. Okay. So for here, I'm going to go ahead and click on 2019. So we have a couple options. We can either resort the images in it. So we can go to Sort Gallery, and then we can drag and drop and rearrange the gallery to fit what we want to show in the order that we want. Go ahead and click on Update Order. So the sky is going to be first now. And if I go and refresh the page, he's arranged first. Now, the interesting thing about some of the images is that sometimes when you upload images in bulk, and depending on how the image was taken, WordPress may sometimes crop the image where the head might get cut off. So what you want to what you want to do then is to modify the thumbnail so that the thumbnails will show up appropriately without having the head cut off. And that's easily done as well. So I'm going to go back to Manage Gallery and go through the process again. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the second page and then modify the 2019 image gallery. And then from here, we can go to Edit Thumbs. We can also delete the thumbs as well as add new images. So we can also, let's see, the add new images may be in a different section. We'll have to click on Add Gallery in Images. So let's go ahead and do that. That's simpler. So let's say I want to add a new image to the 2019. So I'm going to click on 2019. And let's also add the statue to the 2019 gallery. Go ahead and drop him in there and then start upload. Now that's done. If I refresh the page, we should see the statue right there. It shows up first. That's fine. We can see that his head's cut off. So this is a perfect example. So let's go ahead and modify this image so that he doesn't get cut off as much. So we'll go back to Manage Galleries. Go to the second page. Click on 2019. And let's go ahead and edit thumb. And let's crop this thumb a little bit better so that he's not cut off. So let's say right about here, that looks good. So let's see if we can do a little bit better. So something like that. So instead of the image looking like this, it's now going to look like this. So let's go ahead and click on Update. So thumbnail updated. Let's see if it shows up. I don't think it will, but it might. Okay, perfect. So now it now has been re-edited. Now, if you're editing a thumb and you don't see the image being reflected, the change being reflected, what I have done is I would go under Other Options, and then under Miscellaneous, I would click on Clear Image Cache, and that way it will regenerate the image thumbs. That you only need to do that if you edit the thumbnail and you don't see the your edits being shown on the site. So that's essentially how you add image galleries to your image gallery page, like this 2019 page. You have two options. If it's a event that doesn't have too many images, you could just drag and drop the images by clicking on Add Media onto the page, and that's simple. You just click on Add. You put your cursor where you want the cursor to be, or where you want the image to be. So let's say right underneath, you can just click on Add Image, and you just drag and drop the images right into this box, and then you click on Insert into Page, and that's it. Now, if you want to add a bunch of images because multiple images exist for the event, then you actually have to create a next-gen gallery, which is done by going to Gallery, and then you add the new gallery. You create a gallery name, and then once that's done, you'll click on this green icon, and then under what would you like to display, you would just choose the appropriate gallery. So for example, let's say I want this 2009 one to show up as well. And that would show up right underneath. So let's say this is another event. So let's go. Click on Update. And then let's view the page. We'll see 3 events, one of them being a single, and then 2 of them being the next gen gallery event. So in a nutshell, that's how you basically make a 2019 or image gallery. Now for events, which is another custom feature of the site, it's basically the same thing, much easier because we don't have to have image galleries to deal with. So events are basically just listings of different events that happened during that year. It is using a the insert into page picture images option. So those are pretty easy to do. They're done the same way. So in this case, let's add a 2019 page event. So let's close this tab. We'll go to Pages. We'll go to Add New. And we can kind of speed this up because it's very similar to the photo gallery, how it's done there. So 2019. And then under Parents, instead of photo gallery, we're going to have past and upcoming events. We're going to give it the order of 2019. If we want a image on the left-hand side, we'll just set a featured image here. If not, then there won't be any images or a featured image on the left-hand side. We're going to also click on, this is an event page. Let's go ahead and click on Publish. And then this is the permalink for this particular page. So let's go ahead and copy all of this because we'll need this to be binded to the menu. So what I mean by that is when I click on past and upcoming event, instead of giving me 2018, I want it to automatically go to 2019. Now I didn't set a side image, so there won't be a side image for 2019. But because I did select it to be an event page, the menu items will, the event submenu year items would show up. And then here I'll just put in some dummy data. Let's go ahead and click on Update. So again, no 2019 submenus yet, and clicking on the past upcoming event is going straight to 2018. So first thing we want to do is we're going to go to Menu Items, go to All Items, under Past and Upcoming Events, we're We'll just delete this. We'll paste in the URL of the new page. Click on Update. Perfect. Under Blocks, we'll go to Event Years. At the bottom, let's put in 2019. We'll highlight it. And we'll type in 2019. Now there's two of them because one of them is going to be the photo gallery. The other one is going to be the this current event page, and it's going to be the second one, I believe. Let's double check. No, that's the photo gallery. See, I can easily tell by that, so it's not that one. Select the first one, past upcoming events 2019. Perfect. That's the one we want. Let's go ahead and click on Save. Let's test it out by going back to the home page. We'll click on Past and Upcoming Events. It now shows our 2019 page, now our 2019 events page, as well as 2019 showing up in the menus for the event. So these are all event types, and they all have 2019 in the menu here. So we just went over the two main new custom features of this website, so the photo gallery as well as the events. And let me double check if there's anything else that I want to showcase. For menu items, you could edit, you can also reorder it. So for example, if you wanted past and upcoming events before field of interest, you just go to reorder and it's an easy drag and drop. So let's say I want past and upcoming events right after the About the KMD. Click on Update. Once the changes reflect, if I refresh, we now have past and upcoming events before the field of interest. You are also able to edit these images as well. That's going to be done under, if you go to All Items, and let's say you wanted to edit, for example, the Testimonials menu, which is right now, looks like a picture of somebody speaking. You could upload the images. There's two images you need to upload. There's the color version and then the non-color version. The important thing to note here is that these thumbs need to be 75 pixels by 75 pixels. That way they all are conformed to that particular size. And that's about it. So we essentially covered how to add galleries, how to assign a gallery menu item to the gallery page, how to set the default menu to our most recent gallery page. Also went over how to add images to the sidebar as well as the text, and essentially the same thing for the events. Same thing as well. Now, even if you want past and upcoming events to have photo galleries as well, it's the same thing. You have two options. You either add a single image by just clicking on Insert Media and then dragging and dropping the image into the page, or you create a next-gen photo gallery, drag and drop all the images in there, and then assign the next-gen photo gallery to the page. And that's it. Thanks.